Welcome to Land Reality Consult, ladies and gentlemen. Here you will learn amazing things with respect to GIS and remote sensing, land administration issues such as how to register land, how to acquire land, or how to acquire a home. So subscribe to this channel for more good content.
Today I'm doing a video on types of interest one can hold with respect to land in Ghana. In my previous videos, I did some videos concerning the types of land that are available for acquisition. I also did a video on the general step that you can take to register your land in Ghana. I also did a video on the processes of registering land in Ghana. So all these videos are included in the description of this video. Today's topic, as I said, I'm going to talk about the type of interest that someone can own with respect to land in the country. So I've heard some people saying that I've purchased this land forever. So this video is going to talk about these kind of things. So watch till the end of this video in order to understand what I'm going to talk about. So let's begin. The type of interest with respect to land in Ghana. The first one is what? Allodial title. Allodial title is a type of interest with respect to land in the country, and it is the highest type of interest one can ever hold with respect to land. This kind of interest is usually vested on stool or skins, and it's also vested with the families. So these lands are usually acquired through inheritance, through purchase, or through conquest. Assuming in those days, people can just move to a specific area, and when they go, maybe they will meet some people also residing in those areas, so they will fight with them, and then they will take over those lands. That's through by conquering them. So that's the processes of acquiring this kind of land. And then the second interest with respect to land is the freehold interest. As the name suggests, you are holding it forever. It is in perpetuity. It doesn't have end. So this kind of lands are usually acquired through other inheritance, maybe gift. You can also purchase it. But our constitution, really, Article 267 clause 5 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana actually forbids the buying or creation of a freehold interest with respect to stool and non-skin lands. So that is another interest that one can hold. That's a freehold interest. So the third interest that someone can hold is what we call the leaseholds or the leases. And this type of interest really dominate the Ghanaian terrain. This kind of interest has a beginning and end. It has a fixed duration. So that's why we call it a lease. You are leasing it for a number of years, maybe 4 to 5 years, 99 years, 10 years, depending on what the arrangement. So with respect to leases, historically, they are granted for 99 years. But these days, we have some kind of shorter leases than this 99 years, especially for residential. They can be as 45 or maybe even 50, depending on the guarantor, the person who is giving the land out. So with respect to the leases, we have some salient features of that, and those leases should have a party, that is a guarantor and a grantee, the person who is giving out the land and the person who is buying it. So that is the party. And we also have parcel, and parcel is just the land itself, and it should be determined. It should be determined by checking the coordinates and preparing a site plan for it, meaning that it should be traceable. And then we have the price. Price is the consideration, the amount of money that you paid for the exchange of the land. and consideration need not be adequate, but it should be sufficient. And then you should remember that past consideration are not also good consideration. So these are very important reasons of consideration. And the third ingredient of a lease should be what? Signed by both parties, that is the grantee and the grantor should actually sign the lease. So we have mostly the Ghana government leases are usually between 10 to 99 years. So these are the leases, the duration that is usually given, 10 to 99 years. So I will take you through some of the land uses and their respective term that you can acquire it. So for example, residential, normally the government can grant land for you for what, in 99 years. So if you are thinking that you can buy land forever, I don't think it is true. You cannot hold land forever. It will be given to you for 99 years. Then after the expiration of the 99 years, if there's no any renewal clause that indicates that after the 99 years, you should be given the first option to reacquire those land, then it will automatically goes back to the original grantor. And the original grantor is the person who has what? Given the land to you. So if that's why it is important in leases, you should put what? Renewal clause. So assuming that you have bought a very big house, a mansion, on that 99-year lease that you got, after the expiration of 99 years, that building together with the land itself will go back to the original guarantor or the person who gave the land to you, for you to either renegotiate for the acquisition of that kind of land. So it is very important for you to take note on that aspect. And then for leases for industrial or commercial, it can be given for what, 50 years. So assuming that I'm going to acquire a land for putting up maybe a factory for commercial purposes, the land will be given for what? A maximum of what? 50 years. So after the expiration of the 50 years, the land will definitely go back to the person who gave the land to you for renegotiation. If you don't put a renewal clause that you should be given the first chance to reacquire those kind of land. So we have agricultural lands. Agricultural lands are usually granted between 10 to 50 years. So assuming that you want land to undertake large-scale farming or to undertake farming purposes, those lands are usually granted between 10 to 50 years. So don't think that if you want to acquire agricultural land, you can be given more than 50 years. So mostly it will be given from 10 to what? 50 years. And then we also have petrol and filling stations. If you want to establish a filling station or a petrol station, then the land that will be given to you will be what, for 21 years. So that is the term, the duration that you can acquire land for what? The filling stations and petrol station. And then we have civic and cultural. And civic and cultural, these land are usually given for a duration of what? 50 years, up to 50 years. So for parks, gardens, these lands are usually given for a duration of what? 50 years. So another aspect apart from the leases, we also have share tenancies. Share tenancies are cropping arrangements. These are usually found in most cocoa growing areas and cash crop areas in Ghana. And the most notable ones are the Abunu and the Abusa. Abunu is a sharecropping arrangement where the sharing is done 50-50. So assuming that a landlord gives you land to grow cash crops like cocoa, after growing the cocoa, maybe 5 years, the cocoa will mature. When the cocoa matures, then you divide the cocoa farm into 2 equal parts. The landlord who gave the land for you for the cultivation takes half of it, and you as individual also take half of it. So 50-50. That's the abunu. And abusa means that the proceeds are normally divided into 1:2. So it is divided into 3 places. So the landlord takes 2 of 2, and then you, the caretaker, takes 1. So assuming that your landlord cultivated his cocoa farm, then he has given it to you as a caretaker. The landlord will buy farm inputs like fertilizer, spraying chemicals. He will buy all these items for you, so you will apply them on the farm. So when the cocoa matured or they ripe, then you go and harvest and you dry them. After drying them, you put them in sacks, and then you divide them into 3 places. So the landlord will pick 2 and you also pick 1. So that's mostly the sharecropping share tenancy arrangement that we have in the country. Previously, I talked about the term or the duration that you can own agricultural lands, commercial land for civic purposes, and these are basically applied to citizens of the Republic of Ghana. So now I'll talk more about ownership of land by non-citizens of Ghana. So if you are a foreigner who wants to buy land in Ghana, you are entitled to own the land for a period of 50 years. So if you are a foreigner who already acquired land on 1969, that land is converted to a leasehold interest of 50 years. So this is what our constitution says, and I will read out some of the articles that actually support what I'm saying. So when you look at the constitution, article 266 clause 1 of the constitution of the Republic of Ghana clearly states that no interest in or right over any land in Ghana shall be created which vests in a person who is not a citizen of Ghana a freehold interest in any land in Ghana. It means that if you are a non-citizen of Ghana, you cannot be granted with a freehold interest. That is an interest that is into perpetuity. You cannot be granted with that kind of interest. And then 266 clause 2 indicated that an agreement, deed, or conveyance of whatever nature which seeks, contrary to clause 1 of this article, to confer one person who is not a citizen of Ghana any freehold interest in or right over any land is void. So if you have any agreement with anyone that purports to give an interest that is more than the 50 years or a freehold interest, then it is null and void. Then article 266 clause 3 also says that where on the 22nd day of August 1969, any person not being a citizen of Ghana had a freehold interest in or right over any land in Ghana, that interest or right shall be deemed to be leasehold interest for a period of 50 years at a peppercorn rent commencing from 22nd day of August 1969. So this basically means that if you've acquired your land on that 22nd August 1969, it is converted to, for maybe a period which is more than 50 years, that land is converted to 50 years period with a peppercorn rent that you pay a small rent on it. So clause 4 clearly also states that no interest in or right over any land in Ghana shall be created which vests in a person who is not a citizen of Ghana a leasehold for a term of more than 50 years at any one time. So if a land is granted to you for a leasehold term of more than 50 years, then it have to be converted to 50 years. And the last part is the clause 5, which says that where on the 22nd day of August 1969, any person not being a citizen of Ghana had a leasehold interest in or right over any land in Ghana for an expired period of more than 50 years, that interest in or right over any such land shall be deemed to be an interest or right subsisting for a period of 50 years commencing from 22nd day of August 1969. So I've taken you through the various types of interests that are available in Ghana. So my next video, I'm going to talk about the processes of acquiring land in the country. So stay tuned and then subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Thank you.